In the quiet neighborhoods of early 20th century America, elderly men believed they had found comfort, care, and companionship in a kind immigrant woman. She cooked for them, cleaned their homes, listened to their stories, and earned their trust completely. But behind her gentle smile was a chilling secret. One by one, the men around her fell mysteriously ill and died. No screams, no blood, no obvious violence, just funerals, unanswered questions, and money that quietly disappeared. Her name was Anna Marie Hahn, later known as the Lonely Hearts Killer, and her crimes would shock the nation and forever change how people viewed trust, caregiving, and deception. Anna Marie Hahn was born in Germany in 1889, in a time when life for women was defined by hardship, limited opportunity, and strict social roles. Very little is known about her early childhood, but historical records suggest she grew up in poverty and instability. Seeking a better life, Anna immigrated to the United States in the early 1900s, part of a massive wave of European immigrants chasing the American dream. Settling in Chicago, she appeared outwardly ordinary, soft-spoken, polite, and hard-working. But beneath that surface, Anna was already learning how to survive not through labor, but through manipulation. Chicago at the time was full of elderly immigrant men who lived alone, many of them widowers with no family nearby. These men longed for companionship and help with daily life. Anna recognized this vulnerability and exploited it. She offered herself as a housekeeper and companion, moving into their homes and quickly becoming indispensable. She cooked meals, managed finances, and provided emotional comfort. To outsiders, she looked like a devoted caregiver. To her victims, she was a blessing. But behind closed doors, Anna was carefully positioning herself for something far darker. Soon after Anna entered these men's lives, a disturbing pattern emerged. The men would suddenly become weak, confused, and unable to care for themselves. Anna, of course, remained by their side, nursing them with unwavering attention. Then quietly, the men would die. After each death, Anna would inherit money, valuables, or access to bank accounts. At first, no one questioned it. Death among the elderly was common, and Anna's grief seemed genuine. But as the number of deaths connected to her increased, suspicion slowly began to grow. Neighbors noticed something unsettling. Men who had been relatively healthy before Anna's arrival deteriorated rapidly. Some victims reportedly expressed fear shortly before their deaths, hinting that something was wrong. Rumors spread through immigrant communities, and whispers of a curse followed Anna wherever she went. Still, law enforcement initially struggled to connect the dots. Anna moved frequently, changed addresses, and maintained a carefully crafted image of innocence. In a time when women were rarely suspected of serious crimes, Anna used society's blind spots to her advantage. The case finally began to unravel when one death raised more questions than answers. Authorities noticed unusual financial transactions following the victim's passing. When investigators reviewed earlier deaths connected to Anna, they discovered a shocking trail of multiple elderly men, all linked to her, all dying under similar circumstances. Medical examinations revealed evidence that pointed toward intentional harm rather than natural causes. For the first time, Anna Marie Hahn was no longer seen as a caregiver, but as a calculated criminal. Anna was arrested and put on trial in the 1930s. The courtroom was packed with reporters, curious citizens, and families seeking justice. She sat calmly, often appearing emotionless, as prosecutors laid out a chilling narrative of greed and betrayal. Witnesses testified about her behavior, her control over victims' finances, and the suspicious timing of each death. The media labeled her the Lonely Hearts Killer, a name that captured both the emotional manipulation and deadly consequences of her actions. Despite her attempts to deny responsibility, the evidence was overwhelming. Anna Marie Hahn was convicted of murder and sentenced to death. In 1938, she was executed, becoming one of the most infamous female criminals in American history. Her execution marked the end of a case that horrified the nation, not because of brutality, but because of how quietly and methodically the crimes were carried out. There were no dramatic scenes, no obvious violence, only trust slowly turned into a weapon. The story of Anna Marie Hahn remains disturbing even today. It exposed how easily kindness can be faked and how vulnerable people, especially the elderly, can be targeted. Her case changed how authorities approached suspicious deaths and highlighted the importance of financial and medical oversight in caregiving situations. More importantly, it shattered the stereotype that violent crime was exclusive to men, forcing society to confront uncomfortable truths about manipulation, greed, and human nature. Anna Marie Hahn didn't rely on strength or weapons. She relied on trust, and that is what made her crimes so terrifying. Her story is a chilling reminder that sometimes the most dangerous people are the ones who appear the most harmless.